What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
I'm Fat Narnicle.
Every week it's something different.
He's gonna run out of N-words.
You know, honestly, oh boy.
I don't know about that.
I might have to bleep out one. Honestly, I kind of look forward to that now every week. Be like, oh, what's he going to be fat this week?
You would.
But we're talking about Westworld Season 2, Episode 3, Future and Fortune and Glory.
What?
Virtue and Fortune. Fortune and Virtue. One of those
stupid.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh.
We literally took us like 5 minutes looking up that title, and I fucked it up 30 seconds in.
It took you
Wow.
5 minutes.
Oh, brother.
All right, and that's the podcast we're going to have this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them.
All right, so Hess is running the show this week. So Hess, you want to start us off on your notes? We're also not reading through the entire episode because that was turning out dumb. So decided not to do that.
Yeah, just cut that right out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched last night. I'll go ahead and ask, what did you guys think of the podcast? We'll start with you, Jerome.
The podcast or the TV show?
Or the episode.
Yeah, what did you think of the episode, Jerome?
Well, so far, I think our podcast is going pretty great. No,
Maybe we want to start over.
no, I think
Maybe we want to just start over.
this is good.
Good.
No,
This is pretty bad.
I thought last night's episode was pretty good. I really liked it. I know a lot of people online thought it was a pretty shitty episode. I really enjoyed it. I've seen some hate for it. I thought it was a good episode.
I thought it was okay. Like I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I
on it?
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I thought we got to see
Yeah.
we get to see a new world. We got back to like Bernard and all their storylines. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's why I kind of, pre-podcasted with Nick a little bit this morning, and I think the main reason I didn't like it is because I didn't have to think so fucking hard. Like there was, you know what I mean? It sounds too stupid, but it's true.
That does sound really
Okay.
stupid.
How many timelines were there this episode?
I don't know.
There-
At least three.
At least 2 or 3.
I thought there was 2. There might be 3. I guess.
Yeah, you don't really know who's where.
Yeah, I mean, you
know?
don't really know because you don't know.
There's 2 for sure. 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But there was really
So-
only 3 last week. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem
Well,
is,
I guess
they're all
technically
the
4
same
if you talk
people.
about Arnold's, because Arnold's was before, and then you got 2 different timelines of William, and then like the normal stuff. So there was like 4 last week.
no, because Arnold and Logan were the same.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't really think
But
about
I don't want
that.
to confuse us. Let's talk about this episode.
yeah.
We'll keep it.
So,
we'll keep it hopping.
So we start off in a new world. We're in Raj World, as the official Westworld
Yeah.
Twitter handle is calling it Raj World.
Yeah.
When it came on, I did sing "It's a Whole New World."
What, you thought, Aladdin or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
tigers and elephants.
I thought that was
and
pretty
fucking-
cool, them
Yeah,
being on
for
that
sure.
elephant.
What?
I thought that was pretty cool, them being on the elephant. I like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
it looked-
I love elephants. I do. I love
Oh.
elephants.
Yeah,
Like,
it's his favorite.
I want.
I
If,
didn't
if
know
they
that
could
about
ever
him.
make like a miniature elephant, like they do mini pigs, I would get a miniature elephant.
Oh,
in a
that would
heartbeat.
be actually pretty cool. A tiny little
I
elephant.
honestly would get one.
Can I-
I don't care how big the shits are, how much it would cost to feed them.
Well, I mean,
I think they're the cutest goddamn things in the
I'm
world.
guessing if it's a mini elephant, it's gonna have mini shits.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure
Phoebe's
it's
a
gonna be
mini
bigger than
pig,
a
but
dog.
have you seen her shits?
They're no bigger than our dogs.
No, they're bigger than our dogs.
Have you seen the tortoise's shits?
That's true. The tortoises have the biggest shits.
That
Look-
mother shits.
What
Looks
do they
like
shit like every 3 weeks or something?
no, they
not
shit
when they're
all the
awake.
time.
Yeah, it's
They'll
like a
come into
shitty
our house and
machine.
shit. It like I could get blamed for their shits. They're that big.
Wow, that big, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's.
That's pretty wild.
Um,
But so
yeah,
so
go
we,
ahead.
we're in Raj World.
well, we weren't.
we
but
meet-
Yeah.
Yeah, we meet Grace.
Yeah, as,
She is,
as she's titled as, yeah.
Yeah, that's her IMDb page.
Which is
Uh,
the unofficial title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird
Right.
because like they say that on there, but then like because HBO put out a little thing in the episode and they called her the untitled character, which
Right.
makes me feel like okay, you're hiding who this person is.
Oh yeah.
So like it'll be interesting who she's connected to. I feel like everyone's leaning towards Man in Black.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm wondering if she's maybe connected to Logan, but I don't know.
Well, she's age Her age could be Logan's daughter or Man in Black.
Yeah, it could be either or. I feel like she has to be one of those, though.
But they'd never mention Logan's daughter, so that would be out of left field.
Yeah, we don't even know if Logan has it. He could have died and overdosed on his futuristic heroin he was doing.
So there's 2 theories that I have based off of this.
Oh.
So basically,
he's already laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm smiling. I'm in a good mood. I have nothing on the TV, so no one can tell me I can be distracted.
Yeah, good.
Fuck you all. Anyways,
I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah. So,
Jerome's getting the giggles.
First thing, okay. So they did you guys recognize the song they were playing on the sitar?
No, I did not. I heard about it, but I don't know what it was.
It's White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. Okay. That's the song.
I don't know if I've honestly even heard that song before.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have.
I don't think I'm not even sure I would recognize it if that song played right now.
I'm sure you would. I'm certain you would. But anyways, so here's my theory going off of them playing that song. Okay, so we know that there are 6 parks. Correct?
Yeah, and Raj is the 6th park. They've confirmed
right. So
that,
Raj is the 6th park. All right. So the name of this song is Seven Nation Army. Okay, so I think that Elsie is alive and controlling the Ghost Nation, and that is the 7th Army, or like that is the 7th, like, you know, I don't know if you want to call it a world. Obviously, it's not a world, but I think she is still alive and she is controlling Ghost Nation, and that's why that she wanted Sizemore, was to like save him or to try and get him to her, because I'm assuming she probably thinks that he could help her, like advance the Ghost Nation guys, or
it's not.
And there, it's and not. There is real quick. Hold on. And there is some stuff online saying that the Ghost Nation are human, that they're not even hosts.
Well, that's not true. Remember the first episode when they pulled that fucking thing out of that dude's head?
Oh, that's true. They pulled the little thing out of the egg out of the dude's head.
Yeah.
But I
guess I don't have one of those in my head.
I guess you could say it could be a mixture. Like it could be some human.
Because I mean, people go there dressed up as cowboys.
But if they're humans, how's she controlling them?
I don't know. I'm just saying that it's.
I don't think that.
I'm not saying that I think that.
I
think that there is that out there, that people do believe that they're humans, that they have humans within them, and they just dress up as them.
What made I like that Elsie theory? That's kind of interesting. What made you think of that?
Well, I was doing some looking around, and Westworld, like the official Westworld HBO or whatever account, tweeted at Shannon Woodward, who's
Elsie?
Elsie, yeah. And they said something to the effect of, "Are you ready?" or something like that. And like, so I went and looked, and she's in the next 2 IMDb. She's in the next 2 episodes according to IMDb. I know we go over this all the time.
Yeah, they're right but wrong sometimes.
That they could be fucking with you or whatever, but like, and then it's just like, I don't know. Just I've never thought that she was dead.
Yeah, well, because they've never really confirmed.
Because she started figuring it out. She's the one who figured out that they were leaking data out of the park.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, because
she figured it out.
They had Bernard grab her, and then they also, I think it was the same episode or next episode, they had Bernard grab can't think of her name, the older lady that he killed, and like they confirmed she's dead.
Right.
So was it Charlotte Hale? No, that's the black girl.
No, it was some ugly.
Yeah, I can't think of her name now.
Motherfucker.
I would get her and Charlotte Hale mixed up last season. That's what I thought. That I can't think of her name now. But anyways,
she was an old lady.
They confirmed she's dead. So I feel like they didn't confirm Elsie, so it's kind of up in the air still. Like I feel like they have to do something.
I mean, like they never showed her body, so you can't say she's dead.
I did see there's
it's just like in
there's a theory on.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Never mind.
There's a theory online that
a little bit.
Now I can't think of his name. The Hemsworth guy, what's it, Stubbs?
Mm-hmm.
That he's taken by the Ghost Nation. Well, because we saw him that, but we're gonna see what happened with him with the Ghost Nation in a flashback and like why they released him.
That'd be cool, considering it happened like fucking 5 episodes ago.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever it was.
He's just back.
Yeah.
Like if they don't show that, I will be a little disappointed.
Maybe that's where she comes in and she's like, "Oh no, this is just my orgy," and then I don't know.
How cool would that be? If she just like gets
They did have a connection last season, though.
Scary-looking fuckers.
Elsie and Stubbs were together last season. Like they.
Yeah, but they didn't really like each other.
Well, yeah, but she's not enough to be like, well, I'm just gonna let you die.
No.
So that would be an interesting connection.
Yeah, I don't think your theory's that crazy. I think it has a lot of holes. Like for one, I don't know why the fuck she'd want Sizemore.
I feel like just to save her because he's
mean?
another human on her side. But that's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah, and but she wouldn't even she would literally have to be like, hey, there's a human right now, go get him, literally, because he just appeared, she didn't know he was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it always felt like she was bigger to the story. And to be honest, except for the lady that we can't remember her name, they haven't killed off anybody. Everyone that's a character shows up again. Ask Felix, ask Sylvester, ask Tweety.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on my list to do, that they obviously showed back up.
I felt like...
Because I don't know which one of you two, but one of you two said, nah, I don't think they're going to
I didn't think they were going to come back.
Yeah, they're dead.
I think it was him. I could have said it too.
I thought it was very lackluster there. Them getting them back, they're just tied up. The guy's got a grenade here. I thought it was very lame.
I thought the guy was retarded. I thought that they had peel his brain back or something and fucking
they lobotomized him.
Because he's like, nah.
The guy's doing that and yelling grenade, and Hess is like, oh, guy's fucking retarded.
I saw him on the corner. Which one's which? I don't know. I get Felix.
Sylvester's the white one, and
guy.
then
and Felix is the Chinese
guy. Yeah, guy in Flash.
Okay, so I like the guy from Flash.
Felix.
Yeah, Felix. The other guy was kind of hoping that grenade would go off.
Yeah, I wish that grenade would have killed him.
And I was impressed.
Armistice.
How quick she learned how to use weapons.
Well, and she had to build herself a new arm.
Yeah. Well.
Did you?
What?
Go ahead. No, keep talking.
I mean, because she's like, oh yeah, this is a grenade. You put the pin back in and all this stuff. And
yeah.
Well,
also,
cool.
she built herself an arm, got a fucking flamethrower.
She's been busy.
That was awesome. That guy's like, she's got a dragon. That was cool.
Well, the thing is she easily got that flamethrower though. It was left over from the Fahrenheit 451.
Oh my god.
Movie they've been pushing on HBO.
Wow.
No?
Wow.
That was worse than everyone getting fucking all goo-goo over the fucking dragon joke.
Do people not like that?
No, they loved it. It's in everybody's, oh, did you see this? They're comparing it to Game of Thrones. Yeah, no shit. It's over, too.
I thought that was cool, but, it was, nothing like...
It was funny at the time, but, whatever. It's just, it wasn't that fucking funny.
So do you guys want to hear my wacko theory?
Yeah, that's absolutely.
I'm not 100% of this. I want to throw this out there. But
no, you're either sold on it or you're not.
He was hinting to me earlier, and I think he wanted me to ask, but I just didn't ask.
No, I didn't want to tell you earlier. Okay, so I partly think that Charlotte Hale is a host.
How? They put the fucking thing on her neck and say that she's all clear.
Yeah.
They put the thing on his finger and that he was clear.
Yeah, he got into a build. There's ways to get around it, but I feel like she works for Delos, and to me, it makes sense. One, the way she was acting in this episode, especially with Bernard and just how she was doing things, it very much reminded me of a host that's kind of free thinking, but not really, kind of like how Bernard is. And it wouldn't make sense if Delos is sending someone into the park that they would send just another host that they have into the park to extract somebody, because if something goes bad, you don't want to lose another human or whatever.
Yeah, but they lost a bunch of humans.
Well, they now. But wouldn't it make sense just to send a host in the park? You get your things and then it goes out. Especially with a company that makes fake people.
I feel like if you send a host to outthink Anthony Hopkins, it's gonna end badly.
Well, maybe they were catching on to her, their little shit, but
I can see where you're coming from.
I'm sure you can.
Especially because she knows. We saw her in the future. And she knows at that point that there's Bernard's a host, especially the way she was acting.
She was, yeah,
and I felt like most humans would be like,
she did.
That guy's a fucking host or whatever. They're scared, most of those humans there. But she's like, oh, Bernard, where'd Abernathy go, huh?
Yeah, but she's also a conniving bitch.
Yeah, and that's why there's a lot of things that makes her seem like a human. But I got the little inkling this episode that I was like, oh, maybe she's a host. And then I thought, because there's multiple Bernards, I was like, oh, what if she's just a female Bernard?
You've gone to the bad place.
But I thought of that.
Know.
And I was like,
you never know.
It got me thinking.
No, you do sometimes know.
So, and then
Can't trust anything on this show.
Should we give Hess a little bit of credit of that picture that I found?
No.
So
Absolutely
What
not.
picture?
Hess, I found a picture. It was from an alternate Superbowl trailer that they were going to put out. And
An alternate Super Bowl?
Yeah, you know they
Trailer.
the trailer.
Stay with us.
Oh, okay.
But if you go to Delos' website, you can go to like a restricted page and do all this stuff. You can find the picture there too, or find the secret trailer. And there's a still of the Man in Black, but a little bit younger version of him, like not quite William, but a little bit older. And he's walking into a room, and he looks into a little like building where they talk to hosts, and it looks like there's a host version of himself that he's looking at. So you might have been partly right that the Man in Black could be I don't know if the one that you said was a host, but
what if they're all? What if?
But it's possible. I'll put the picture up here in the podcast so
yeah,
people can
for
see
sure,
it.
Absolutely. I want to see it on that corkboard. Anyways,
if you say you say everyone's a host,
but what I'm saying is what if every single person like that works in Delos or that has ever visited the park, they have made clones of. It would make sense.
That's what I said first episode. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Every single person that works in Delos, because I mean, you think about it. You have 6 different parks. Okay, I don't know how many. Like, I don't know if they all have chiefs and Indians in every single park. You know what I mean? Like higher ups. But I mean, what I'm saying is like, what if you have a problem going on in Park 2 and in Park 6? Obviously, Carl Strand or whatever his fucking name is can't be in Park 2 and Park 6 at the same fucking time. So it would make sense that they would have clones of every single person.
Or they could just hire someone else and have 2 guys.
There are a lot of theories online that Ford is not dead.
I've been saying that this whole time.
That has nothing to do with people being a host.
I know, but I'm just saying. It would make sense. I could see why they would do it.
You need to put a tinfoil hat on right now.
It is perfect that this podcast is called Random Ramblings. Because that's all we do. It's just random.
We're talking about Westworld. We're not randomly.
No, but rambling about Westworld.
Easy for you to
random
say.
shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys are.
So you don't think not an inkling in your body that Charlotte Hale could be a host?
No, I also didn't think Bernard was a host. But here's the thing. At no point have I ever thought, she might be a host.
But that's because you're not open-minded like me and Hess.
That could be.
You're all closed-minded Nick over there.
and the Delos thing where they put hosts and then send them to the thing.
Yeah.
They're the company that invested in them. Anthony Hopkins was in charge. Why would he let them put people around his park and do all this shit?
Well,
he didn't even want.
I mean, it could have not started that way, but like clearly towards the end, Delos is way more in control than Ford was.
But maybe Ford did that on purpose. Maybe Ford did it on purpose. Maybe Ford cloned all these people. Okay, by just listen. Let me finish this out here. Okay.
But you're.
But I'm not. I'm not crazy. Okay, it's okay, Nick. Let me finish, and I'll swing you to the dark side. Okay.
You're not swinging shit, but go ahead.
He's like the Emperor and you're Anakin.
All right. So Ford was the owner of the park, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delos just is like the big time investor. They're like the marketing team, right?
I don't know if they're yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, yeah.
Okay. All right. So why would Ford not clone or whatever you want to call, like all of the people in Delos, to where if Delos got out of control and wanted to started pulling funding or switch up something that he didn't want to switch up, he could just easily kill that person and replace him with a clone. And now he has his person.
I mean, that's exactly what he did. That's what he did with Bernard, yeah.
On the inside of Delos.
And I feel because remember, William said.
But what? But so what? That have you seen in these 13 episodes that makes you think he has randomly put like people in?
Well, the fact that he did it with Arnold and Bernard is one. And I feel like
that was his
to show
employee.
Because like we've seen the older him, he's kind of fucked. He's fucked with them. Like
are you getting home invaded again?
He fucks with Delos a lot.
Right
Like they try to do something and he's like no, and that's why they wanted him to retire. So you remember back last week when William was talking to John Delos and they're like, yeah, he only has like maybe 2 years of funding in this place. We could use that. It seems like they're like, yeah, basically we're gonna take over the park, but clearly we see that doesn't happen because they need him to retire. So he could kind of be keeping stakes in the company. Like I don't think he's doing everybody, but I think it's possible that he could have made hosts of some high up people to keep himself at a higher up than them.
I just don't see it, but maybe.
I mean, do you think do you see that it's possible? I mean, I realize anything is possible, but it just makes a lot of sense to me now that we've been talking about it.
To me, it doesn't make sense. To me, he wants to tell his stories and do his narrative, and then I think he was like, yeah, he's right. These people are alive. Arnold was right the whole time. Fuck it, I'm going out, and I'm going to have all these people just have chaos.
See, I feel like he was that, but also he was more. Like, he's also kind of like a trickster. And like he wants,
he's like calculated, and like he's 2 steps ahead.
And I feel like part of his story is like he wants it to keep going on and all that.
Yeah, but I don't think he needed to do the cloning thing and send him to Delos and like have him be the Men in Black and like. I mean, maybe, cool, but I've never crossed my mind.
All right, well, since you don't agree, should we just go to another one of Hess's topics? Just move on.
I mean, sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, so with this unnamed character, or as they put in IMDb, Grace, I would not want to get shot by this bitch. To you know what I mean?
Yeah, she was.
Well, man, I wouldn't want to get shot by anybody.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a good-looking lady, but by no means am I gonna let her shoot me.
When she shot him, did you guys think like when he first fell over, like, oh, okay, he was a host, he fell over dead?
Yeah, a little bit.
So.
Yeah. And then she kicked him over, and I was like, yeah, I almost wish like he would have just, and then she would have went to that place
which would have been cool.
Found the tiger and shit.
What if she would have done that like the next day when the guns are killing people?
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, because
I think there's holes in this whole gun thing.
Well, I didn't get it, and then like, it made sense to me is like everything in Westworld, everything's basically a host. The guns, the animals, all that shit. You know what I mean? And remember what he said, they're like ants, they connect. So I think as it gets closer, like, because all the hosts are moving to places and all that, it's like a virus, so it's spreading.
Yeah, no.
So like when it's taking longer to get to the other parks, I feel like. So then like once Dolores and all them get closer, it gets closer to Raj World or Shogun World or whatever. So then they start being affected by it, and they start becoming sentient, and then their guns work on anybody, stuff like that.
So the bullets are hosts too.
Well, I don't know how it kind of explained in the first episode. They said they're not supposed to kill anybody like
yeah, that's the part I don't get. No, I get I get why how it's spreading and stuff, how it takes a little longer.
I feel like whatever it is that makes it not kill humans, that just gets turned off. Like maybe it's like the speed of the gun. I don't know, like how like.
Or maybe it like fucks with the electrical circuits or something on the machinery.
Yeah, but whatever it is, that just I feel like that just gets turned off the second like the virus hits that host person. And then it just lets them shoot whoever.
But you see why I'm confused.
I do follow
because it's still a bullet coming out of a gun. No matter who's
they
pulling the
didn't
trigger.
even really explain it that well in season 1.
I always wondered in Westworld if you're like, if you had like a real gun and you're like, hey, are you a host? Oh no, you're not a host. My bad. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, remember they were at the bar and William, in like the I guess second episode, because the first one he's in, he's like, is that guy real? And then Logan's like, well, we could find out right now.
Yeah.
So they did kind of do that in there.
Didn't they stab one guy in the hand or something?
Yeah, they stabbed their waiter in the hand.
Old man or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan did, yeah. Because he wanted to go on like a treasure hunt or some shit.
Yeah, he was all fucking bougie ass. So are we just what do you guys think about this chick? Is she just like just a random character in Raj World?
There's no way. She's random.
I feel like she has to be.
I'm just
well, sure. No. So listen. So they show her. She fucks a dude. She shoots a dude. She escapes a tiger,
and then wakes up on the beach. Gets taken by
with your Elsie army. So like, there's too much shit happened to her.
Yeah.
If she was random, she could have died like 75 times on her way to the fucking beach.
Yeah. Well, I honestly thought she died when the tiger jumped on her.
I did think, I was like, oh, okay, that's how we get introduced to Raj World or whatever. We're just gonna see someone die.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Is how.
Well, I thought that tiger that had washed up in episode 1 was going to be that tiger.
Yeah,
like,
I'm assuming it is. Yeah,
I think it is that tiger.
Because obviously now, I mean, with this whole scene, we see that animals or hosts can now break the barrier and travel into different worlds.
I thought it was kind of cool how they kind of revealed in this episode. I mean, they kind of said it before that the parks are bleeding into each other.
Yeah.
But like, it literally is just one giant world, and you could swim from Westworld to Raj World or walk to.
Unless you're a tiger.
Yeah, then you're just drowned.
Well, apparently she killed the tiger.
Wait, cause right before she died, she shoots it, and you see a little puff of blood.
Well, because
off.
like she shot it twice, double barrel.
Yeah.
Right.
That second time it was as it was jumping on her. Because
Newsflash:
newsflash, tigers can swim.
Yeah. Well, when
Yeah.
she shot it and she jumped, you see a tiny little puff of.
So
blood
I mean,
shoot off.
or maybe she landed in the water and he hit his head on a rock and then died. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
like,
I don't think we'll ever know.
well, I don't really want
I
to
don't
know.
think it's mandatory. Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm not. Yeah, you. I think you missed my point. My point is that she killed it. That's why it didn't kill
Yeah,
her.
yeah. I got you.
But like it's I don't know. I saw people describe the tiger as being like huge and everything. It was just like seemed like a.
It just seemed like
tiger.
an average tiger to me. Didn't seem any bigger
Yeah.
or smaller than any other one.
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's Men in Black's daughter.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that would like
That's
absolutely make
what-
sense.
That's about what I saw a bunch of that online.
Well, because
today.
it's
Well, especially
And-
because like when they cast the other girl, they would have just. I feel like they would have just called his daughter Emily, but they specifically put young Emily in this or whatever.
Well, and they literally just showed it to her last week.
Yeah, last
They're
week.
like, hey, here's his daughter. Oh, here's
And
this
they ma-
random lady.
They made sure to
Yeah.
have her see Dolores, and she's like, "Oh, you're pretty," stuff like that.
Yeah.
well,
and that
and then
girl, that girl knew her way around the park too. She wasn't.
Yeah,
She
well,
wasn't
that-
there
and
to
that-
hunt tigers.
exactly.
Did you catch
And
this,
that-
Hess? On her notebook that she has, it was the same Delos symbol that Bernard
Yeah.
found on the iPad.
Well, and that's what a lot of people think, that maybe she, like she has been coming to the park for a long time, or
Well, and if she
Like,
was, the
knows
Man in
some
Black owns
back-
the park, so that would make sense, and she probably
Yeah.
gets him for free.
right.
So I feel,
And she didn't want to fuck a host.
yeah, no.
No, she was not about that.
Which,
life.
he,
so- which
which
means she's
William
been there.
William doesn't really either.
Yeah.
He's not. So it would make sense that they're.
Hopefully they don't meet up. And
Oh, that's weird. Okay, moving on.
Will Dolores have to get rid of Teddy? After-
I think she does.
you know, I think
Would
she
do-
didn't think she might drown him.
Do you
think
throwing
so?
that-
But
just
do you,
throwing that
do you
out
think
there.
she drowns him, or do you think she just kills him and like that's where?
But we don't know how far ahead that was, right?
What?
2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks from the first episode at that point, but we don't know how long's passed since
Yeah.
they've gone on. But I mean, I'm assuming that last part of the beach is still the final moments of the episode.
Like
Or
how
at
many
least
how many
close to.
times did he die last season? Like a
Like a-
shit ton.
At least once an episode, usually.
And he's made it 2 weeks in a row without dying, and now he just royally fucked.
I forget
He
what.
pissed off Dolores.
I don't remember where I heard it, but I like on some. Oh, it was when she hands him the screen to show him how many times he died. And
Yeah.
was that 2 episodes ago now? Or one?
Yeah, it was
it
the first
it-
episode, I believe.
I thought it was last week.
Yeah, I think it was last week. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know.
so like he like looks at it and
Mhm.
it had a kill count on there from what I heard. It was
Oh,
like
really?
900 and something times he's died.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And
he
she-
does not have a good kill ratio.
Yeah. I did think it was interesting this episode when they met her dad and he was like, "Oh, who's that?" When she's like, "I need to talk to him alone." She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you don't remember?" So he's not fully together either.
Yeah, he's not awake for sure.
Like
Now,
he's still waking up, but like I thought that was interesting because like most of them it seems like fun lights are violent ends, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, I remember when I was born."
Yeah, but I think it's harder. Like for him, so we just said he died 900 times.
Yeah,
So like he's done that same shit. Like it's hard.
it
for
probably
him.
all mixes
It
together.
mixes together, and they don't,
Yeah.
and they can't tell the difference between dreams and reality. That's the
Well,
problem.
it's
I
just
guess
like
that's
the
true,
whole
yeah.
it's the whole thing with Peter Abernathy. You know, they said he was stuck in between old roles.
Yeah, I thought his
Like
stuff was
when-
very
when-
interesting this
Yeah.
episode. Him like spitting
He
out
definitely
his
was.
his
He's a
old
creepy
dialogue.
fuck.
He's very good at like glitching out, like the actor.
Yeah.
Well, that I read a lot, like people saying like that was not CGI, that was actually him.
Yeah,
like, acting.
it isn't like because I feel like they showed that like last season.
Yeah.
like getting into it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's why I hired him back on full time, and now he gets
Probably,
like,
yeah. He did like 2 episodes last year.
yeah. Did we see his dick? I don't remember.
No, there hasn't. There's only been like 1 dick this season.
Yeah, are you disappointed?
We decided to do a dick count, and we've seen 1 dick.
I see 2
Last-
right now.
Wow. Last season we'd be at like 800 dicks at this point.
Yeah, there was a lot last season.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I guess I am complaining.
Yeah, it sounds like you're complaining.
I'm just gonna move on.
More dicks for Jerome.
So we did get to see I don't know his name. Walter? Is that the guy
Well,
that
they call him
knew Walter?
No, his friends knew Walter. He was something else. His name was like it was,
He was like OOG or something.
it was like
that.
Region or something.
Well, in episode 1 he was new Walter.
Yeah, which is
He's
weird.
like the goofy fuck, yeah.
He's the guy from GTA.
Yeah, he's from GTA. He's in The Walking Dead.
So he's.
Yeah,
we saw
and he,
why. We saw why in that he was fucking trying to shoot someone.
Defend that girl in the first
that was
episode.
a question. That was a question that we had in the first episode: is why he's like a fucking dirtbag, and then he's trying to save a lady, and that was one thing that they solved for us this episode.
Yeah,
they solved it.
I thought that was pretty cool him doing that. And he just walks up and he just starts murdering everybody because they made him like the best gun in the West or whatever.
Yeah, Bernard's like,
really
let's make him the fastest gun in the West.
That was imagine like being
and
the
they
people that
like
are
made
all
him
tied
like
up.
this compassionate fucking
Yeah,
guy.
like he's literally like,
real
oh,
chivalrous.
I'm gonna rape this girl, and then leaves, and then he goes, like, oh my god, you can't keep these women
He's like,
tied.
wait, I'll help you, and they're like screaming and running away
what
from
the
him.
fuck is going on?
That was like probably the only funny part in the whole.
That was pretty funny. So I guess, and I correct me if I'm wrong. Do you still watch Walking Dead, Jerome?
Yeah, I still watch it.
I guess that Grace character was on The Walking Dead or something, and she died off or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? I
thought I read something like that. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. I know the guy that we just talking about, New Walter or whatever. He's on Walking Dead, and he got killed off.
Okay.
But
I thought I read something.
I don't
about
recognize
Grace.
her.
He was also in
So-
Better Call Saul, and he got his ass kicked
yeah,
by Mike.
he was on Better Call Saul. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's on like everything now.
He's
So
pretty good at being a dickhead.
Yeah. Did you guys think it was weird in that scene when Charlotte Hale was like, "Oh, she just cut his head off," and then she just literally runs away from Bernard, gets on a host, and escapes. So then Bernard gets
A
captured.
host or a horse?
Oh, horse. My bad. But did you guys think that was weird that she just like,
Yeah, it
fuck you,
was
Bernard,
because,
and
like-
left off?
It's
yeah,
like,
and they didn't seem too concerned about Bernard being there. I mean, they were, but they were more concerned with her.
Yeah.
because she was running away.
Yeah. Then they just tied up Bernard and took him.
But
They
it's
probably wanted
because
to
she's
rape
a
her.
human.
Yeah. Well, no, because they
Well,
killed
it's-
humans.
No, she's a host. Remember, Jerome just said that. Like,
I'm sure potentially a host.
Could.
But
Could be.
I thought that was kind of a dick move, especially because they've been like working together. He kind of saved her a little bit.
unless she already knows he's a host.
It's true.
Then she's like, "Fuck you, I'm out."
She just sees that white little. Well, I guess he would only see the white, like drone host people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
but I
and the people and the guys that were trying to shoot her were like stormtroopers because they had horrible aim.
That they had a horrible game. Oh my god, horrible aim altogether. Like in the beginning, because like that one dude just shot them all instantly. Killed like 5 of them before they
Yeah, but
could
he
even get
was
a shot
fucking-
off.
He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, then after that, what happens? Oh yeah, he got brought to Dolores and all that.
Dolores, she asked him to fix him, and then Charlotte Hale steals him again in a dune buggy.
So obviously,
And the guy,
Something-
the
some-
driver, was just sitting there, and it's like, what are you doing?
yeah, that took a
Well-
while because
well,
they got shot at, but he
To be
should have.
fair to the driver, he's probably thinking, "Oh, they can handle this. She's got a fucking 6-shooter,
That's
and they
true.
got P90s."
I guess
Yeah.
you got a point there.
So he's probably like, "Can we shoot them? Oh shit! Fuck, I'm gonna get out of here."
But so, what do you guys think's gonna happen? Because like they have what they want. They got their package, Abernathy,
Yeah.
and then she's talking to Bernard at the in future from that. Oh, what happened to Abernathy? Bernard, you got any idea? So like, what do you think's gonna happen?
I think Bernard grows wings, flies, and then captures him, like a pterodactyl.
Wow.
And then it turns into
That's-
Jurassic
that's-
Park.
That's my Hess Jerome theory. No, I don't know what happens to him.
I feel
but
like-
he gets away.
Like
he's got to get away.
Bernard has to fuck her
Yeah.
over, right? And then he doesn't remember, but that's still interesting too. In the future, that he doesn't remember like any of this.
But it
'cause, like,
goes
he's
back
get-
to
'cause
there's
he's getting
probably
memory
multiple
flashes.
Bernards.
Oh, what's the girl that hit him in the face with the gun? What's her name?
Angela?
Clementine.
Oh, it's
Dude,
Clementine.
she's like a fucking
She's yoked now.
crazy beast.
Yeah.
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 Fucking dragging fuckers around, one
Yeah,
armed
she
and
she
shit.
looks
she-
crazy.
She has
too.
like the longest fucking neck in the world. Holy fuck! I
That-
didn't realize that in season
that-
1, but
well,
the
her
look
neck looks like a giraffe neck.
It doesn't help that her shirt like unbuttoned to like her mid thing too. You know.
Dude,
what I mean?
it was. I saw her and I almost didn't recognize her. I'm like,
Oh,
she-
for fuck's sake.
Jesus
She
Christ!
she
got
had
the
that look
longest
on her
neck in the
face though when
world.
she was carrying those
Oh,
dudes
she's
was
crazy.
terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. I like her though. She's probably my favorite host.
I could see that.
I just like
She's
her.
pretty cool.
And then remember like that time they beat her up on purpose, then she killed the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They did the show for Anthony
Oh,
Hopkins.
yeah.
Ever since then, I kind of liked her. I don't know.
So
Now she's just
I've
beating the
always-
fuck out of people.
surprisingly, this episode I actually enjoyed Maeve's storyline. Usually, I'm not really like fond of it, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
She just walked around.
Well, but the
Yeah,
stuff that like when she was talking with.
She really didn't do shit this whole episode.
That's literally all she's done is walked.
Well, but like they had conversations and then they end up going to Shogun World-esque area.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Like I didn't think any of it was like dumb and like especially.
Oh yeah. That's true.
when what's his name what's the human with her?
Hector?
No, the human.
Hector. He's
The
not
human.
a human.
Oh, Sizemore.
Sizemore. When him and Hector like got in an argument, then he started saying Hector's dialogue back to him.
No, you're supposed to be alone. You're built to be alone.
I thought all that was kind of cool.
And
Yeah,
Hector did not take a liking to that, huh?
He they did get the band back together.
Yeah, and they went.
I mean, it's
they
the
went
same
and got
fucking all
Felix
the
and all
same
that.
fucking people.
Yeah.
Season 1.
Armistice is there.
Well, except
Oh, yeah.
Sizemore's like the addition to it.
Well, they added like a drummer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's
But-
interesting that they all like, oh yeah, we're back together again.
And then at the end, they end up getting attacked by a samurai, which you said obviously they're gonna Indiana Jones.
Like
it.
literally, don't you think? So that guy at the end of the episode, the guy's running at him with a sword,
Yes.
and he's dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's like it's supposed to be scary, but like they got guns.
I mean,
Yeah.
you probably have the two most badass people in Hector and Maeve.
Oh,
Or, I'm sorry, Hector and Armistice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And,
there's no way
they're not
going
gonna
to
they're not gonna hesitate to pull the trigger or fucking flamethrower.
It'd be pretty funny though now because they're basically at the destination. He said they're like 500 feet or whatever from
but
the
see,
house
the-
that she
the
lived
thing-
in. If they just killed Sizemore, like the samurai got him, and then he's just like, oh, killed the samurai dude.
yeah.
The thing that I guess I question, and I don't think we know the answer. I don't know if we will, but Sizemore says we're in the Klondike narrative.
Yeah,
Does it-
they've mentioned that
is that-
before. I think that
Narrative or
He said we're in the Klondike narrative.
I heard him
'Cause
say
he-
Klondike, but I thought he said like
I f-
area. Or
I feel like
something.
we've gotten like a brief mention of that before, and they say that's like the harder
I thought
narrative.
I thought that's
'Cause
where you
that's
get a bunch of ice cream.
Because
bars.
that no, because that's close to where the what are the Indian guys called?
Ghost Nation.
The Ghost Nation. I
I
feel
think
because
we
they
talked
always say the Ghost Nation narrative, like all that stuff is like like those are for extreme players, like professional players of the game.
Right.
So like I feel like we've gotten mention of the Klondike.
it's like the
area
all
before.
Madden of Westworld,
Sure.
not the rookie.
No, sure. Yeah, whatever you say. I don't play Madden. I got no idea. But I think they have mentioned that before. So I think it's supposed to be like a harder area to survive, which I guess doesn't really matter now because the hosts are
Well, I
running
mean, it was
willy-nilly.
snowing. That in itself would make it harder.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. That was pretty cool.
So do you guys
Like
think?
if they can synthetically make it snow, you know what I mean?
I mean, if they can synthetically make
And
a
stick
fucking
to the ground.
Make it human. It's probably easier.
and
to
an
make
elephant. I mean, I
Yeah.
think they can make it snow.
So do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you think she's actually going to make it to the hut, get her daughter, and everything's gonna be well?
No,
Like what?
there's no fucking way.
Do you think she's gonna get either the daughter's not there or she's?
I don't think she. I think she's going to find her quote unquote daughter, and the daughter's not going to
You
know
don't
who
have
the
to-
fuck she is.
You don't have to quote unquote it.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah, I
Trying to be a professional.
I can see that,
podcaster.
and then her being like, remember,
And that's when
then
she
doing shit to
fully
her,
awakes.
and it
That's when she
doesn't happen.
becomes fully awake. Is when her daughter doesn't realize her.
Well,
I don't think that has anything to
I
do
think
with it. You
she's
keep
fully
s-
awake now.
You keep saying that, but I don't know what her daughter like going. Yeah, I don't remember you, but that has to do with her being awake.
It's just like a realization, I guess. You know
She
what I mean? I don't
already
know.
realized it. She always says, "I know it's not real," but like,
But I have to get her. Kind of like how Dolores, I feel like, is fully awake, but then she saw her dad, and she's like, boom,
"Dad,
back
yeah."
into Dolores.
Like it's just
Yeah.
she just has feelings for her because she spent that time with her and she
I
remembers it.
guess. I guess.
But
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
I don't see.
But
her,
I don't think the daughter is gonna feel like that.
No.
I don't see that working out well in her
That'd be like-
favor at all.
Who are you?
It'll be. I'm interested in how the Ghost Nation and Maeve's people match up because Maeve has those flashbacks of like the Ghost Nation
Yeah,
taking
because
her
like
daughter.
they were meant
you know
to
what I
go.
mean?
Yeah.
Basically, her story was, "Oh, I have a daughter. Oh, the Ghost Nation's gonna murder me and my daughter."
Yeah.
Right.
The for-
And-
So I
forever.
think
And Men
that
in
should be
Black
pretty
ones.
dope.
So, do you think we'll see that Ghost Nation thing play out again, but in their favor potentially? Because like they keep
Well,
giving us flashes up, and she runs there with
The
her
only
daughter and hides
problem
and all
with
that.
this badass Ghost Nation, have they had guns yet?
The Ghost Nation?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they ever have.
Yeah, they just got knives.
Yeah,
That.
And bow and arrows. They're bows and arrows.
but I mean, now that they're awake,
Well, which would you rather have, a bow and arrow or a gun?
well,
I
ask,
mean, obviously, I'd rather have
ask
a gun.
Stephen
but
Amell.
Yeah,
Shut
I mean,
the fuck up. It's not Arrow.
Go watch Lord of the Rings. They got some badass.
I
archers
am
back
not
in the day.
watching Lord of the Rings.
Now that they're awake, though, they could be like, oh, well, fuck this. Let's get a 6-shooter.
So what? I guess another question I would have is, so we know 3 of the worlds. What do you think the other 3 worlds are going to be?
I feel like we don't get the other worlds till next season. Because I feel like that'd be showing us like we won't go from 1 world to 6 worlds in season 2.
I
feel
didn't think
like
we would get 2 in one episode.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I don't think.
I mean, technically, we didn't.
I don't think they were in Shogun World at the end. I feel like they're in Westworld, and Shogun World's just spilling into Westworld.
Yeah.
But I do think next episode they're gonna go into Shogun World.
You think the snow spilled into Westworld?
Well, it was just
it's
was
just
snowing in
in the
Westworld.
mountain.
Yeah, they're just up in the
Yeah.
mountains. I think they were like right on the edge of Shogun World and Westworld.
I think I might be the only one who watches the show and honestly doesn't care what the other 4 parks are. Do you think?
Yeah, no, you totally are. Because I feel like that's almost the point of the show. In a
Like
way,
I'm
is,
like whatever it
part
is.
of it.
Like I had no idea what Raj World was gonna be or whatever, and I was like,
Raj.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, there's
yeah, I feel
there's peacocks and
you're
shit.
definitely in the minority for that.
Like,
I feel
there's
like.
Honestly,
peacocks.
when I first started it, I thought I started the wrong show.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, because it's like, there was nobody we knew. It's a whole new world.
So did
and
you?
Don't
Did
even
you?
start
Wait,
it.
That's what I'm saying.
wait, hold on. Did you miss the 5-minute previously on Westworld before that?
Yeah.
I skipped past all of that.
But you had, if you skip past it, you at least saw
You
it
know-
then, right?
You know, you should
But
stop.
in my mind, I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh.
is this really
Well, I
Westworld?
guess if you go into Hess's mind,
Yeah,
anything's
if you,
possible.
yeah, when you go into your mind, you should probably not skip the previously on. It gives you little hints.
It does. Like they show the Bengal tiger at the
I mean-
end and all that. Like
I know,
they give you
I
little
know.
They're
hints.
like, hey, remember this?
Yeah.
Season 1? Yeah, this is important.
Just like that.
This is important this time.
Yeah, no, they totally help.
They're like, hey,
Most shows, it's not important.
It's got-
HBO, because like their shows are so big, they definitely help.
it's kind of like, hey, Bernard doesn't have glasses here. That means it's
Yeah.
a different timeline.
That's what I said, and you guys say I didn't see that.
I didn't know. I noticed it this
No,
episode.
we
This
know
is the first episode.
We
I
noticed it now. We're like, oh, that's when he doesn't have glasses when it's in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah,
Charlotte Hale
Yeah.
doesn't wear a vest in the future.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
only wears the vest,
That's because that's in different host body at first.
or she got hot.
And
Took her
and,
vest
and the
off.
vest helps you.
No, she took it off, stupid.
Well, but if you take the vest, that's not that much clothing to make you get cooler.
Would it make you cooler to have less clothes on?
I don't think a vest would have any effect.
Interesting.
I could put a vest on right now. I'll be the same
Oh,
temperature.
put a vest on and tell me if you get hotter.
I don't own a vest, so I can't really
Well,
do
then
an
I guess
example.
how the fuck would you know?
I don't know.
The
So
more
would
you put more clothing on, you get hotter. I mean, it's just common
But
sense.
a vest isn't gonna change that.
The both
A
the same.
vest?
Yeah, it
A
will.
Have you
little
never worn a
vest.
vest? Ever
No.
worn a vest?
Yes. And
You did?
And I feel like
Did-
I feel the same.
Did you go to any school dances? Put a vest on?
No,
No.
but
You get hotter.
Yeah, you get hotter with a vest.
I don't believe you guys.
Oh.
And I'm hot and sweating all the
what would
time.
I know?
I-
How would I know
gonna-
that a vest is hot?
I'm gonna go to Goodwill and find your ass a vest.
Yeah, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is, I'm
you
wearing.
catch-
Nick wears one.
If I'm
Nick
running,
wears one every day.
if
Every
I'm
day.
running around in Westworld and I'm hot and sweating, taking off a thin little vest isn't gonna make me go, oh wow.
You know
Bro,
much
it-
better.
It's not. It's also very restrictive. Very restrictive.
Now you're adding things
First
to
of all,
make it work better.
first of all, it could be 30 degrees below zero. You're gonna be sweaty.
Exactly my point. If I take off a vest,
But
I'm
no-
still gonna be sweating.
But no, not everyone's like you.
Yeah, I
Some
run.
people, if you can,
I
get
run
comfortable.
hot. I run hot, big boy.
Don't ever say that again.
I run hot, bub.
Bub.
All right. Any other things you guys want to bring about Westworld? I can't fucking talk anymore.
I don't think so. I think
What
that
the
was,
fuck
I mean,
is the girl's name that Bernard killed?
Should I look it up?
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys chit chat. I'm gonna look it up.
because
what
when it
is her
first
name?
when it first started, we thought it was a flashback for her.
Yeah. We totally did. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Yeah.
look it up. Fuck you.
I think you should go
Must-
back in your phone, Nick, and we should talk about how we figured out the whole premise of the show.
What? What are you talking
Do you
about?
remember last week when I was asking after the podcast? I was still confused, and then we figured it
Hold
all
on.
out.
We talked for like an hour about what the episode was, and you were still confused.
I was
Wow.
fucked up. Remember, we figured out the whole premise of the show.
No,
It's
sort of.
like man in black, like he has feelings of hatred and
Yeah, but like,
such and such towards
can't-
Dolores because he fell in love with her. Now his wife is dead, and Dolores doesn't remember him.
See?
So he's alone and lonely.
Yeah, but
That guy's new Walter.
wait, show me that again.
That guy. He's the one that was talking to Rebus or whatever his name is.
That's bullshit. Cause
Oh yeah, Rebus.
That's not what they called him. They calling different people new Walter in the subtitles, and it's really confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, but what we were talking about, I feel like, is pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, it was.
But you were like, and then you were like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, all right.
Yep.
I'm having a lot of trouble finding this chick.
Why can't we remember her fucking name? I want to say like.
Oh, Therisa Cullen.
I almost said Terry. That'd have been close.
I didn't recognize her in IMDb picture because she dyed her hair.
Therisa, huh?
Therisa, yeah.
That doesn't ring a bell.
That's not.
Not
good.
at all, really.
Really, I remember. Right.
I remember her now, and Stubbs being like, "Oh, it's okay." And,
Does this move? No. I was gonna say Theresa.
this one does.
Well, that doesn't help. me.
Therisa.
Fucking stupid ass.
Wow.
I don't know if that helped you at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Therisa.
That's pretty wild.
So, let's wrap this fucker up. Let's see. You think Charlotte Hale's a host?
Yeah. You made me. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, no, I'm sticking my guns to it. Charlotte Hale's a host. Go fuck yourself, whatever.
You think
Nice.
you think Elsie has created an Indian army and is gonna capture Sizemore from Maeve to do what?
You know, when he says our
To help.
theories, they sound very
Yeah,
dumb.
no, he does it on purpose. he plays a dick really well.
Thank you.
I've been telling him that his whole life. He plays with dicks very well.
Yeah, how would you know? I'm trying to think. Like,
What? Whose theory do you think is more likely? Mine or Hess's?
That's a good question.
It is.
There's no proof for either one.
Have you seen the way Charlotte Hale acts? And
No.
did you not see her sweater vest that disappeared?
Okay, here's the thing. This guy is the king of, I think they were acting a little robotic. The whole point is that
Yeah,
they don't. That's why the bitch shot the guy in the beginning of the episode, because you can't tell if they're hosts
No,
or
and
not.
I get that. I've been on your side of that too. But what I'm saying is, with not that the way she was acting was robotic, but I felt like the things she said and she did made, like when she's talking to Bernard and stuff like that. And then I thought about how Delos might send a host to do something instead of a human, because this world's weird and they do shit like that. And to me, it just started to make sense a little
I think
bit.
his theory is more likely.
You're a fucking asshole.
But I don't think he's right. Like, I hope she comes back. I liked her. She's one of my favorite people.
But you don't
Until-
wish she has an army?
Well, I mean, so she just, like, no one else can control these Indians, but she can?
She
With
has
her
an
fucking-
iPad.
Supposedly, it was something about like
Look at
the part they've been updated, or they didn't get updated when the rest of the hosts got updated, or something. I don't know.
Well,
Or she found a loophole.
where did you find
It's all
that
just
shit?
obviously speculation.
Well, obviously. I mean, because she hasn't been
Yeah.
in a fucking show for, like, what, 6 weeks? I mean, 6 episodes?
Yeah, she wasn't.
So-
She's been 5 because
I think
she wasn't in
she
the last.
disappeared in episode 9
Yeah, I think she did too.
9?
I think maybe 8.
of last.
No, I
season.
watched it, so it couldn't have been 9, because I skipped
Oh.
9, and apparently a lot of shit happened in 9.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
rewatched everything. We ran out of time. I skipped 9, and I'm like, I don't remember that. Oh, that happened in 9. I don't remember that. Oh, that happened in 9. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, no. So then it definitely was 8. So then you're right. She hasn't been in 6 episodes.
Yeah,
I mean, that
5.
was just a guess.
It's
but,
okay. Yeah, that's a good guess. Very good guess.
But I liked her. She was funny. And
Yeah, I did too. That's why we were like, what? And we spent like 17 minutes rewatching her fucking scene of her
To-
getting kidnapped.
to
and she
be
gets kidnapped
fair-
by a white hand, and they say it's Bernard.
To be fair, she was finding out shit and then running to Bernard, who was then telling Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to tie you up for a little bit, and then you can have the Indians.
But the thing is, why wouldn't they show us her die, and like talk
No,
about it?
that's what I'm sure. I think she's alive. I thought Felix and Sylvester and Tweety Bird would come back, but I didn't.
But like, so who tied them up? Because most of these hosts are like, "Fuck you, bam, slit your throat."
That was my question.
I didn't think
tied
of that.
up
Who tied them
Felix and Sylvester.
I bet Armis. I can't say her name.
Armistice?
Yeah.
up? Oh,
Armistice was the one who.
oh,
helped
maybe
put
and that's
the
why
pin back in the
she knew
grenade.
how to use the grenade. 'Cause she's like, and then, like,
Yeah,
she
she's like,
learned.
I'm gonna tie you up because Maeve likes you, and
Yeah.
no one likes you, so I'm gonna put a grenade in your neck.
Yeah,
That's how
I didn't
I
think
took
about that. That's probably true. Okay.
And then when Maeve comes, we'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay,
And then, by the way, I'm gonna get a flamethrower and burn people.
I hope she keeps using that
You know-
flamethrower.
Let's talk about
Sex, baby.
the little fight scene that they had.
The little war.
Yeah.
I liked the war scene.
Did you like the war scene?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was lame.
Why?
I felt like they were trying to be Game of Thrones, but it was like...
Oh, see, to me, it just reminded me
It
of...
kind of did remind me of it because
although...
she's on top of the wall, like, she's not shooting. Like...
It reminded me of just like a reenactment of a war, so I thought it was neat.
Which
she's
war?
all of a sudden
I don't know,
turned
bro.
into-
Civil War
like,
against
she's all
Navy
of a sudden
SEAls?
but
turned
like,
into-
it was a reenactment of a war, but then a spin on it because it's like humans with P90s versus like
They're
hosts
like,
and shit.
Remember
Yeah.
the North, and then they're like, with the fucking doom
I mean,
buggies.
I can see where you might think it's a little lame, I guess, but I thought it was kind of cool.
like, it's,
Especially when like Dolores locks the people out there and she's just like "fuck you" and kills all the hosts. I thought that was pretty cool.
I like the fact that she killed all the hosts. People are like, "Oh, I can't." Is she? Why is she doing that? And I'm like,
Did you not remember
'cause
she
she's a
hung
bitch.
humans like fucking
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking host. Who
Yeah,
cares?
she's definitely turned.
But I thought I thought the whole fight scene was just. I don't think it's not like bad where I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. I just thought, well, god, they could have done this a little better. It feels like for all the cool shit they
See,
do.
like even me watching it, I didn't think it was meant to be like a big awesome fight scene, but I thought it was entertaining.
I didn't find
Like,
it entertaining.
I think people are like when they watch it, like they're talking about that didn't like it. I think they expect it to be like a Game of Thrones battle where it's like people stabbing and sword fighting and fucking dragons blowing shit up. Like I don't think it was meant to be that.
No, I didn't see any dragons. No, it reminded me of the Battle of the Bastards where they're all like coming together and doing stuff, and then like it was just like it was cool when they blew them up though. I thought. I mean, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
just like
Well, because like the main point of that whole thing, I felt like you said, like that was kind of a distraction, and then they got Abernathy.
they take a lot
And-
of
and,
dudes
like, and-
out
and,
and
like,
distractions.
When their plan worked, I mean, for all we know, all those soldiers were hosts.
See, but here's the thing: you can't send hosts in to get hosts if there's a virus.
What if they have like hosts 2.0?
Yeah, I don't. Weren't they trying to fucking get the fucking host
No,
out
yeah,
so they can make hosts?
there's no way those were hosts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was an
I don't know.
okay
It's
fight.
just something. I mean, you can't like everything all the time. You
Yeah.
When
know?
I guess when Hale walks back up, and they're like freeze, whatever, and they check her at the back of her neck, and they're like, oh, she's all good.
Yeah.
When they go,
And then they
are
were
you
like-
going to? Yeah, are you going to Port Paloon or whatever? And yeah, that's our first stop. Are they going? And she asks if they're capable. He like pauses, and he's like, "They're amongst my best men." Like he paused for a good like second or two, so it kind of made me think like maybe those weren't his best men.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
I don't know.
What are you smirking about over there?
Because
Mr.
it reminded
Smirker?
me. It reminded me of Unsolved.
What?
Remember when they looked back at that guy's car and they were like, "Hey, is he?" It never came up again.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you watch the end of Unsolved?
I have not yet.
We knew it.
Yeah, we knew you would.
We talked about this before. Like, there's no fucking way Hess watched the end of that.
I did watch Barry. We can talk about Barry.
Oh, Barry
I
was
thought
good.
that was a pretty good episode. Yeah,
Yeah. I thought,
Barry was
I thought
really
that was
fucking
that,
good.
that was the best
that
episode
was
they've had.
pretty deep. Jesus Christ, like
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was good. I love it. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I liked
it's
every-
weird that
every
that's
second of
not
that.
the last episode.
Yeah, because it kind of could have been, and then like to
Yeah.
just leave you off to wonder what's gonna happen in season 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait
But-
another 6 years.
I'm totally like that episode kind of sold me on the show. Like I mean, obviously I wasn't gonna quit, but like that episode, I was like, oh, okay, I can see what the show's gonna can be.
I mean, 8 episodes, half an hour each. There's not a lot to invest.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I can see why Bill Hader said that's his favorite of the season.
Yeah.
Because the guys like, usually there's parts of Barry like every once in a while the acting parts are kind of lame or whatever, but I thought the entire thing was cool the way they did it because like they integrated everything in it.
Still hate the chick.
Yeah, I hate the chick even every episode.
I
I thought she was okay like the first 2, and then after that I was like, oh, she's fucking annoying.
You hate the chick or you hate the character?
Well, I hate the character. I don't hate the
Okay.
actress.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just a bitch.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
but
think
she's
I don't think
supposed
she's a bitch.
to.
I think she's stupid.
I think she's supposed to be
Yeah.
stupid
No,
and
I think
kind of a
she's
bitch.
A bitch and selfish. Very cunty.
You think everybody's cunty? You
I don't-
you,
I've
you
ne-
said Dolores is cunty the last 2
He's never
episodes.
said you're cunty.
I've never said you're cunty or Jerome's cunty
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Angela.
I don't know about that.
Oh, sometimes when you say our theories, you come off a little cunty.
Well, if you've heard your theories. I wish I had a crazy theory that was just like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, I wish you did, because I could be like, fuck you and your stupid
I think
theory.
the guy from Call of Duty is a human, and he's just in there pretending.
You're an asshole.
But I
I
don't.
never know.
All right, so is this the end of...
Yeah, you do.
Good old Teddy McGee.
They fucking killed him and brought him back to life. He's not a human. Teddy
I hear
McGee.
you bark. I hear you barking, big dog.
Wow. Is this the end of Random Ramblings this week?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think
I
it
feel
has
like
to be.
I feel like this was a very strong episode of our.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Random
It's been
Ramblings.
going on for basically an hour.
I feel like
That's
the-
always a
the
good
f-
thing.
I
the
feel like
first
more happened in this than I did in the episode.
No, yeah. 100%. But
I'll try
alright.
to write note. I'll try to write notes like this every week. And
No, I think that was
if,
good.
if you guys like the format, you know?
I like that, yeah.
That's cool, except I'm afraid there might be timeline stuff next week.
Well, you know,
Even better, because he'll be like, well, he did it, but I don't know when he was.
there might be about 10 or 12 of these. So.
He'll be like,
Can you imagine? We're like, what time was that? He's like, oh, fuck. Going through his notes, like, oh, it was...
yeah.
That'd be hilarious. But
It would be
alright.
so cool. I wish we could do like an Instacast and watch it live, like and record it. I mean, it would just be so hard because
It
it would
would-
be a lot of dead air.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Just
when we were watching it?
and trying
Yeah.
to fucking pay attention. Yeah,
Yeah, because we missed so
But-
much shit.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And then
for
us
sure.
talking, we'd probably miss
I've
shit, too.
literally watched every episode twice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah.
And this episode I didn't need to watch twice.
Yeah, but I still enjoyed it the second time.
Yeah.
But I
still
think
liked it.
the show's still good.
But I didn't,
Yeah.
there was nothing, maybe I saw her little scribble on her book, but you were going to show me that anyways.
That's true, yeah. Well, all right, so that's it for Random Ramblings this week. We'll be back next week with another episode of Westworld. Make sure to rate and review on iTunes, follow us on YouTube, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
More dicks for Jerome.